So we're going to talk a little bit about our functional trainer, the Keiser functional trainer. This is one of those pieces of equipment that it can just do so much. It's only limited by your knowledge of kind of the human body, of certain exercises, honestly just a creative, imaginative kind of mind. So feel free to play around with this one a little bit. So we're just going to go through kind of some basics with it. What we've got here are two arms that we can adjust. So there's a pin that we can pull out, and that's going to allow us to adjust the height of that arm. We can put it into any number of positions from up top all the way down to right down to the bottom. We can change our hand grips. So right now we've just got individual cables to it. We have a bar that we can attach to this as well as anything else that we've got over on the wall behind me. And then our adjustments for weight. The easiest way to think about this though is just a push and pull kind of scenario, especially from an upper body standpoint. So if my cables are up top and I'm going to grab onto these, I can take just a slight step forwards and I can press down on a bit of a downward angle. So really that cable is making a straight line and it's going to be continued by the positioning of my arm. So I'm not having myself where the cable is above my arm. I'm not having it where my arm is above the cable, but you want that arm just to be straight in line wherever that cable is going. So as we press through this, my elbows are staying in line with that cable and I'm pressing down on that same angle, right? If I were to move these down to a bit more of a mid-range, the positioning of my arms will change again to make sure that I am pressing on the same pathway, the same plane of motion of those cables, right? So I'm going to squeezing in from here. We can also change this into a bit more of a chest fly and actually keep those arms out in front of you as you go through that. And then if I were to lower that down all the way, my press is going to be more up towards the ceiling and again keeping myself in line with the plane of that cable. We can also reverse this around and I can face into the machine and I can pull from up top into more of a modified lat pull down. I can pull straight through as more of a row. I can pull up into like a high row or almost getting into like a shrug kind of scenario. Just as some quick examples. You can do rotational exercises through this by holding onto the one cable and pulling yourself around. You can do kneeling exercises if you're down on one knee, pressing up overhead. You can do a pull from that situation. You can do a straight press. Just adding in more of an abdominal component to that and just stabilizing yourself through it. So like I said, those are just some very brief introductions of exercises that you can do with this particular machine. Give it a try, play with it a little bit, ask us if you have questions. We're certainly here to help, all right?